Welcome back to my little red Jeep. Today I wanted to talk to you about a G500 floor ceiling assembly. So here's a quick little image. This one is a G531 system that is used on a project that we've been working on this week. So when you're dealing with a G500 series assembly, you're going to have fluted metal decks that are filled with concrete. They're going to be supported by these steel joists and then protected with drywall on the underside. You have to use a type C drywall, but here's something that often gets missed. I want you to take a close look here. You can see the hat track, and they need to be 6 inches apart. And then the seam where the two pieces of drywall come together needs to be centered in the middle of that 6-inch spacing between your hat track. Then you also need to cover that seam, because if you caught the video where we talked about drywall and the difference between all of these different types of drywall, then you have this image of drywall and puzzles. As the moisture gets sucked away from the drywall, it's going to shrink. Well, at the seam, the same thing is going to happen. The gap between the two pieces of drywall is going to grow in a fire condition. So this little 3-inch ripper of drywall is going to be required, because as that gap grows, this ripper is going to stand behind that gap and not allow for fire or thermal transfer through that growing gap. So if you're working on a project like this, there's all sorts of things related to fire stop that I'd love to share with you. But for now, the only thing that we really have time for is to make sure that this critical element of the design is actually installed in the field. If you're working with these types of projects and you'd like a little more help on how to plan your project so that you can avoid some of the common mistakes, just reach out. I'm more than happy to have a quick little chat with you and send you on your merry way, armed to plan your project just a little better. So if you're working on one of these projects and you'd like some assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to build better, we want to help.